Hello, friends. Time for another edition of Storytime with Shane Onyou. Good afternoon. Hello, Sam. How you doing? Eva, how you doing? Welcome, guys, to Storytime with Shane Onyou. If there's any kids out there, let me know. I'll give them a shout out. As you can see my costume for today. It's a fun one. Got my mask at the costume shop. It's a lot of fun at night to wear this mask out and about. So fun. And I can make it do a bunch of different things. Like blink. Or solid. That's my favorite one right there. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. All right, let's get to it. Those of you who are first time joining Storytime, we always start out with a fact for the day. So today's fact from Little Kid's First Big Book of Where by National Geographic Kids, author Jill Esbaum. Thank you. Oh, yes, I thoroughly enjoy this mask. Alrighty, let's get to our fact for today. Where were board games invented? You know what? Forgot about that. So where were board games invented? People have been playing board games and moving pieces on boards for a long, long time. Here are some of the most popular games have come from. Okay, let's start with this one. You know what that one is? Of course you do. So checkers was first played in the land now known as Iraq. Depending on where this game is played, the game board can have 64, 100, or 144 squares. So this one here is called a mancala, and it has been around so long that nobody knows exactly where it started. That's how long it's been around. Then we have down here, and that is called Go. It's called Go, is a game that's popular throughout Asia. It was invented in China about 4,000 years ago. Wow. Then up here, one of my favorites, Candyland, was introduced in 1949 by a woman in California who had invented the game while she was sick in the hospital. Excuse me. So right here, this one here, ancient Egyptians played a board game called Senet. That's all it says. So that's Senet. Then up here, you know what that one is? Huh? Backgammon started in a land now known as Iraq. So that's another one that Iraq invented. Over here, chess. Chess began in India and soon spread around the world. Cool. So, what board games do you like to play? What's your favorite board game? Do you like board games? I do. My favorite board game is... Oh, I really enjoy Monopoly, of course. And I also like the game... of Life? The board game, too. All right, moving on to our first book. And our first book was donated to me by my good friend... Ow! I just poked myself in the eye. My good friend Jordan. And it is called Stinkosaurus by Dino Yapidi and Paul Beavis. Stinkosaurus. This book belongs to Shane Onyou. All right. Long, long ago, when dinosaurs roamed the land, there lived a tiny little one whose name was Stan. He was a rare dinosaur, a one-of-a-kind. Most roared from their front. His roar came from behind. Uh-oh. When Stan asked others to join him and play, they groaned. Not today, Stan, go away. His rear end roar that caused such a fuss because Stan was the very first Stinkosaurus. So he walked into the jungle, going stomp, 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 eating overripe bananas with a chomp, chomp, chomp. They caused a rumble from his tum. That sound then came from his bum. It was a noise so loud that it came out with a whiffy cloud. One day, Tommy T-Rex thumped into town, gobbling up clean laundry and kicking houses down. Tommy snatched all the candy as the dino children cried. Whenever he came along, every dinosaur would hide. Doesn't sound like a very nice dinosaur. Whoa. Look at that face. The sinister face. He's up to no good. As Tommy munched their goodies, he heard a noise in the trees. He found Stan eating nanas and roared him to his knees. Startled and afraid, Stan hid his eyes with his hands, and his small legs started shaking. And in his Stinkosaurus pants, Stan tried to run fast, going stomp, stomp, stomp. Tommy left behind him, going chomp, chomp, chomp. Stan leapt behind a tree and shrieked, "Get away from me!" But as Tommy circled around, Stan sank down to the ground. Scary. Are you guys scared? I'm a little bit scared. Just a little bit though. He hid his head between his legs, his tail froze in fear. That's when boomed that funky game. That's when out boomed that funky flame, knocking T-Rex on his rear. Huh. Look at that. See? Boom. Look what it does. Okay. Over here. Ow. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Forget about King Kong. Tommy had flattened the king. Tommy was flattened by King Pong. As he clambered to his toes, that stink went straight into his nose. Look at that. Uh-oh. There's all that stink. Uh-oh. I can probably taste it now. That shaken T-Rex was so big, but his arms were very small. In fact, he couldn't reach his nose to block the smell at all. He sputtered and he wobbled as the land began to shake, because Stan the Stinkosaurus had caused the first earthquake. Interesting. So Tommy T-Rex ran away, going thump, thump, thump. Stan the hero ran behind him, going, ooh, trump, trump, trump. The dinosaur danced and hollered, hip, hip, hooray! For that little Stinkosaurus had gone and saved the day. Some say it was the Ice Age that made dinosaurs extinct. Was Earth struck by a comet or hit by a big stink? But there's a chance that Stan survived and hides in your underpants. I think I can smell him when your noisy bottom rants. Stinkosaurus! The end. Stinkosaurus. Book number 2 is really good one. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Here we go. Book number 2. Sugar and Snails. By Sarah Sang and Sonia Wimmer. Pass me the sugar, would you? Says Grandpa. Let's see. A little sugar, a pinch of spice. Just like that old rhyme about sweet girls like you. What about sweet boys like me? It's about boys and girls. I think it goes like this. What are little boys made of? Pirates, dogs, and noisy bullfrogs? What are little girls made of? Dresses and sweets and everything neat? I don't wear dresses, and I don't like frogs. You don't, do you? Okay. So boys are made of cookies and spice and jumping rope mice. And girls are made of snails and rocks and butterfly socks. Love me a good pair of butterfly socks, I'll tell you that much. Thank you. Got this mask at the costume shop. All your costume needs. Maybe. It was Boys Are Made of Lightning and Newts. And rain rubber boots. I do love boots. And girls are made of boats and whales. And dinosaur tails. Look at that. Too cool. And maybe it was that boys are made of balloons and mutts. And fresh chicken butts. See chicken butt? Poop. Chicken butts. Well, girls are made of monkeys and dirt and lemon dessert. Or it could be boys are made of flowers and swings and bumblebee wings. And girls are made of tires and slides and crazy fast rides. Yep. And some boys are made of marbles and fish and all things that squish. And girls can be made of snake skins and pies and bright fireflies. Dang nabbit, I give up. What in the heck are you made of? What are little boys made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and everything nice. And everything in between for both. The end. Sugar and snails. All right. Moving on to our last book. An absolute favorite of most people's. Definitely one of my favorites. I have many, but yeah. Definitely a one I want to get for my collection. So, ow. So right now I've borrowed it from the Okotoks Public Library. My friends over there were so kind as to let me use it. So, it's called Who Are You? The Kid's Guide to Gender Identity by Brooke Tussin Wedby and Naomi Bardiff. It's a really good book. Are you ready? Oh, I love this book. Who are you? All right. The important thing to remember is that you are the one who knows you best. When babies are born, people ask, is it a boy or is it a girl? Babies can't talk, so grown-ups make a guess by looking at their bodies. This is the sex assigned to you at birth, male or female. Sometimes people get this confused with gender, but gender is much more than the body you were born with. As babies grow into kids, they start to know what they like and don't like. This is your personal expression, what you like and how you dress and act. There are so many ways to express yourself. What you like can change as you grow up or even from day to day. What do you like? I like a bunch of different toys, a little bit of everything. Just looking at this picture, I can find a few different things that I like. For instance, I like stuffed animals. I like dinosaurs. I like sports. I like this dog. Ow, I got poked in the eye again. All right. Yeah, so there's lots of different things I like on this page. Can you see some things on there you liked? And then what about on this page? I like lots of stuff on here. So I really like this right here. Yes. That's pretty skookum. Pretty cool. All right. Kids know a lot about themselves. They know who they are by how they feel inside. This is your identity. What you feel like inside, who you know yourself to be. This can also change as you grow up or change from day to day. Your gender is just one part of your identity, what makes you you. Right? It's only a part of it. There's so many things that make us up. That's only a part of it. Some people say there are only two genders, but there are really many genders. I am a girl, a boy, both, neither, my favorite, just me. You are who you say you are because you know you best. I agree. For some people, the grown-ups guessed right about their body and their gender. That's called cisgender, when someone's identity matches their sex assigned at birth. Yep. And for some people, there are more than just two choices. These are just a few of the words people use. Transgender, genderqueer, non-binary, gender fluid, transgender, gender neutral, agender, neutrosis, bigender, third gender, two-spirit, and there are even more words people are using to describe their experience. This is called the gender spectrum. And it is big and vast. There are lots of ways to be a boy. There are lots of ways to be a girl. There are lots of ways to be a kid. So I say, and so does the book, be who you are. Yeah. The end. Wow. great selection of books. Oh, well, hello, Rainbow Princess. Or Princess Rainbow. I got backwards. All right. That's it for today, kids. Come back on Tuesday at 1 p.m., same time, same place, and we will carry on with another story time. Sound good? Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Right now, have a good rest of your Sunday. Peace out. Take care of each other. We're in this together.